This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name is Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boyz commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Yeah. Reggae Boyz commentary, subscribe, like and share. Is that the right order?
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope you all are doing okay. My name is Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. It's Friday evening. It's Friday evening and it's time. It's time to talk some football. Are you guys okay? How was your weekend? Well, I should say the week that lies ahead. What are your plans for the upcoming week? I'm eager to hear what you guys have to say in relation to that matter. Do let us know your thoughts. How was your week? Were you happy based on the things that you were able to accomplish this week? What are the things that you're looking forward to? Do let us know. Share it. And let's hear the information that you guys have. And then we'll take it from there. All right? I'll give the information, provide the information, and then we take it from there. And you guys know that a lot of hard work goes into ensuring that the information that you guys get is accurate, reliable, and credible. As you know, accuracy, reliability, and credibility, that is exactly what you get on this particular platform. So you can also show your support by, participating by super stickers and also in the super chat as well. That's one way to show your support to the channel. Other ways, is also ensure that you have some ad space as well prior to the start and also to the end of videos as well. That's another way that you all can get involved as well. to show your support to the platform in particular. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. I look forward to seeing the comments that you guys will have as well. So without further ado, let's get right into the action. I know that there are some comments that have been coming in, and I will be addressing the comments. But first, I have to big up my brother. Big up, bro. Very, very good. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Guys, make sure you guys say big up Richie Presto in the comments. All right? Cool. Good stuff. Okay. So let's talk about the revenue first, and then we'll talk about the positivity surrounding the Reggae Boyz. Okay. So Scandinavia, as you guys are aware, let me show you a map because many people don't really have a good gist of the leagues and so on. But I want to bring this to your attention because I think it's so critical and so important that we have a discussion in relation to these topics so that you guys can understand where I'm coming from as it relates to the leagues and all of those factors. Okay, so here we go. So right now you should be able to see on your screen Scandinavia, the Nordic nations, and also Western Europe. That is what you should be seeing right now. So look at my mouse. This is Norway. This is Sweden. This is Finland. This is Iceland. Okay? And right here, I'm going to show you. Coach Hallgrimsson was born right here on this island. So Coach Hallgrimsson was born on this island right here. This is where he was born. So he wasn't born here, but he was born right there in that tiny island. Can you imagine? And he's one of the best coaches in the world. So why am I showing you a map of the Nordic Scandinavian countries? Okay. So the Norwegian Top Flight League, the Swedish League, the Finnish League, amongst other leagues in the Nordic areas, their league does not follow the format of the English League, the Spanish League, the French League, the German League, the Italian League, the Dutch League. It's a very different format. Their leagues either starts late March or April and ends in November. Whereas the English League, the Spanish League, the French League, the Dutch League, the Italian League starts in late August or September and ends in May. So the way that their league is structured is completely different. So what does that mean? Once their league finishes in November in these countries, it means that December, there's no football. January, February, March, they're really getting into high gear. So what is happening at this point in time? So there are some clubs that are plying their trade right now in the Veikkausliiga. Now, the Veikkausliiga is the top flight of Finnish football. Finnish football, that's in Finland, right? And we've had a number of Jamaicans ply their trade in Finland at VPS, KUPS, and also IFK Mariehamn. Remember, Deva Orgil actually won a title at IFK Mariehamn, right? So what is the point that we're getting at with all of this information? So a lot of these clubs, when it comes to preseason training, it is very, very cold in these areas, December, January, February. So they want to experience preseason training in a warm climate. A warm and a cost-effective sort of climate. Now, you have many options for that. You could come to this part of the world where you have some of the best facilities in the United Arab Emirates. You can come to Dubai. You could go to Abu Dhabi, where you have some fantastic facilities. Qatar, you could go to Doha. You could go to Saudi Arabia. So you have facilities in that part of the world. Or you can make your journey to the Caribbean. And it is a market where preliminary research and investigation is going into facilities within Jamaica and other Caribbean islands. What am I getting at here, folks? What am I getting at? Let's make a long story short. Barbados, a country that has 1/10 of the population of Jamaica. Grenada, less than 100,000 people. What do these two countries have in common? They welcome English cricket clubs to their country, right? And these are small islands in the Eastern Caribbean. They invite English cricket clubs to come, and what happens in that period of time? English cricket clubs come, experience the warm weather, experience using the facilities that are within those countries and also play warm-up games. And those English clubs look at the talent that is parading their skills in Barbados and in Grenada. No, there's no agreement that says, oh, you have to sign one of our Grenadian talents or you have to sign one of our Bayesian talents. But at least the exposure is there. And at the back of their minds of the English club, they're saying, you know what? Jaffa Archer was all right, Or Chris Jordan, he was all right too. Or Phil Salt, yeah, he was all right. And guess what? All of them have eventually played for England. You see what I'm saying? Another revenue stream. Sports tourism, health tourism, these avenues together are incredibly important, and you can tie them hand in hand. Because when you bring these clubs from Finland, from Sweden, from Norway, even from Iceland, what happens when they come to Jamaica? They will experience the sunshine. They will take part in the amenities. They will be utilizing facilities to train and play games. So even if they settle on the North Coast, they could play Montego Bay United, Mount Pleasant Academy, and other clubs that parade Falmouth United that play within Western Jamaica or on the North Coast. And when that happens, you start to build conversations. You start to build something special. And what is that? Quite simple, folks. Relationships, networking opportunities. And that is something that we cannot brush aside. You know why? Because you say, listen, I'm not asking you to sign Jamoy Topi. But you know what I'm doing? All I'm saying is just look at our talent. Come to our training session, look at our talent. Watch our game today as IFK Mariham takes on Mount Pleasant Academy. Just watch the games. Just watch the games. Give us your thoughts. We get some advice as to the next step. And this in itself is another revenue stream because the clubs will be spending to rent the facilities. They'll be spending to stay in the hotel rooms. They'll be spending on the attractions and the amenities of the country. And hence, more revenue coming into Jamaica and eventually into Jamaican football. So it's something that has been explored for 2024. Something that is being explored for 2024 for Scandinavian and Nordic clubs to look at the Caribbean in terms of opportunities that they could materialize on. Your thoughts, Reggae Boyz fans? Let me know your thoughts. We're going to take a 1-minute commercial break and we'll be back with so much more right here. A 1-minute commercial break and we're going to be back with so much more.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing.
So there we go. Revenue opening up potentially for Jamaica. Let's now go into the next topic. But before that, let's take some of your comments. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Shall we? Let's do that. All right. As I said, guys, make sure you guys shoot a message to Richie Presto. Timor Peterkin says, good evening, my brother. Good evening, Timor. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Big Deal N says, up. Can I get an interview with Marcus Edwards? I will reach out in terms of having a conversation with him. That is something that I can do my best to arrange. For sure. Dr. Joyful, how are you? Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Dr. Joyful is cool this evening. Very patriotic, isn't he? But yeah, Marcus Edwards, to the best of my knowledge, is still awaiting England. And we're going to have to wait and see. I think in relation to this calendar year 2023, he's going to put all effort and energy to see if he can make the push. So 2023, his goal will be try to make the England team. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments, you know. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down a bit. Trying to scroll down, but it looks like it's stuck, you know. But let's try right now to see what is happening. Disney World. What about Disney World? You're saying that you're at Disney World right now, or you're saying you're in touching distance within Disney World? Yeah, let me know. And Miller says, blessings, Simon. Blessings. Young Crypto says, just joined. What is the topic at hand, Simon? So I just finished one topic of conversation. What was the topic that I discussed? It was in relation to revenue opportunities that could be opening up for Jamaica quite soon. And what is that specifically? It's in relation to Nordic, Scandinavian leagues that are looking to the Caribbean and Jamaica to have their preseason training, using the facilities, maximizing on the warm weather climate to be able to get themselves warm ahead of the season. And I looked at this as something that would benefit, and I think clubs should certainly do their due diligence, especially those in Western Jamaica, that once these become a bit more concrete, reach out and say, of course you can use our facilities. At the same time though, let's arrange a practice match just before you leave, you know, so we can just get a run out, so we can get a feel. Let's build partnerships so that we can have long-standing relationships together, so that in the future, you can come back for preseason training, and perhaps you take 5 kids with you to go to Sweden, Finland, Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Faroe Islands. Why not? Why not? It sounds like a good initiative, doesn't it? Do you think they will build proper football facilities here as well? Build, as in B-U-I-L-D? In due time. But the thing is, Timor Peterkin, a lot of the facilities on the island are multi-sport facilities. So economies of scale, as you know. Jamaica is not a large island, as you know. So a lot of the facilities that we will have are multi-sport facilities. And the reality is that based on the markets that we have, we won't have a lot of football-specific facilities on the island. It's just the truth of things, you know. MPEC TV says, greetings. Greetings, sir. How are you? How are things going on in chess, you know, in terms of the talent and everything? Let us know. Yeah. Do let me know. Let me know. Let's hear what you guys got to say. Leon Evans, has the squad been selected? Yeah, the squad has been selected. Well, hey, says, bless up Simone. Oh no, my name is not Simone, actually. My name is Simon, and if you look at the bottom left of your screen, you see the proper spelling of my name. My name is Simon, S-I-M-O-N. Simone is S-I-M-O-N-E. So I'm very, very worried about what your English teachers taught you. I really have to have a word with all the English teachers across the island. I'm very, very sad at the state of English teaching on the island. Very disappointed. Extremely disappointed, I should say. You know, very disappointed. Yeah. Going great so far. Okay, wonderful. And I'm sure MPEC TV, as you guys know, is a Chelsea fan, and he would be delighted based on when you're bearing in mind the situation at Chelsea, when you have so much players of Jamaican heritage coming through the Chelsea system right now. Because think about this now, folks. Right now at Chelsea, you have Omari Hutchinson, Malik Mothersill, Dion Rankin, Dujon Sterling, Silka Thomas, Mason Burstow, and Dejan Whisper Richards. Quite a number of names, eh? Quite a number of names. Would you look at that? Oh dear, not even Big Deal Len can spell. Oh my. Which high school did you go to, Big Deal Len? I'm very concerned. Very concerned. You know, like how in the United States it's all about which college you went to. There's that allegiance, there's that vibe about which college you went to. In Jamaica, it's all about which high school you went to. Does that tell you guys something? Is that something that we should be concerned about? We brag and we boast about which high school we went to, and not which university or college we went to, like folks in the States do. Just something to think about. Something to think about. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'll say there. Joining more laugh. What you laughing about? Big deal and I laugh. Simon, I think you should make a topic of the best generation of players to come out of Jamaica. Born in the island, specifically. I'll give that some thought. And to correction, typing too fast. Simon, bilingual. Sí, hablo español, francés, inglés y muchas más. Hablo jamaiquino también, pero mi jamaiquino es muy divertido. Pero, puedo hablar jamaiquino, pero rápido. Muy rápido. Jamaiquino, inglés. Y también francés, por ejemplo. Mais je ne peux pas finir en 5 minutes. Exactamente. So, like that. And I have the other topic to get through, but I'm going to get through the comments first before I get to the next topic that I'm going to discuss. Shafel Hay says, I think we're still blundering in our midfield. My thoughts about this is that I think it's very early for you to have an opinion in relation to it. Yes, you can have your opinion in relation to the performances over the 2 games, but are we quick to forget about the performances that we had against Argentina and Cameroon? Are we quick to forget about how well we played in those 2 games? Arguably, the game against Cameroon should have been Jamaica's first win under Coach Halgrimson. And the game against Argentina, we know up until 85, 89 minutes, we were playing very well. And you know that as well. So let's not be quick to forget. A lot of eyes will be seared upon these last 2 games, but let's not forget that we have come quite a distance, and we will be making progress as time progresses. So let us not forget that at all. Okay? Just let that sink in for all of us. Okay? Cool. Let's continue with a couple more comments before I press on in relation to the other topic I wanted to share with you guys. The football in our country is going through a revolution right now. Interesting. Big Dylan is laughing. He's laughing. Talking about Andrea Steele, Romario Campbell. Yo hablo español. Muy bien. Oui, bien sûr, je parle français. J'aime le français parce que c'est très fantastique. Bess's documentary says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. All right. Let's get to the second topic now, guys. And that's in relation to Jamaicans that have done so well quite recently, especially those in their club assignments. And what are we referring to in particular? Well, we're talking about, that's right, the Concacaf Champions League, as we have Jamaicans making progress towards the latter stages of the competition. Exciting, isn't it? Very much so, when you're bearing in mind the progress that they had to go through to get to where they are in the competition. This is the quarterfinals of the competition, and this will take place in April. So this will be after the Nations League assignment against Mexico. So Haitian club Violette will play Mexican club Leon. Motagua of Honduras will play UNAL, or University de A&L. The Vancouver Whitecaps, which comprises Javane Brown, will face LAFC. And finally, Atlas of Mexico will face the Philadelphia Union. Well, how did they get to this stage? Well, it's based on the performances from the round of 16. So what happened in the round of 16? The Vancouver Whitecaps defeated Real España of Honduras 5-0 in the first leg, but fell 3-2 in the second leg in Honduras. Now, Philadelphia Union. The first leg was 0-0. We know this was Damian Lowe's debut for the club. The second leg, he scored for Philadelphia Union as they defeated Alianza 4-0. That's right, 4-0. Now we're at the quarterfinals, and we have 3 Jamaicans in the running to win the Concacaf Champions League. The last time that we had a Jamaican so close so close to win the Concacaf Champions League, we have to go back to 2011. Specifically, well, yeah, 2010, 2011. And you guys know what happened that day? It was Real Salt Lake against Monterrey. The first leg, 2-2 in Monterrey. So you know what that means, right? A 0-0 with Real Salt Lake against Monterrey. And that means, bam, an opportunity to qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup. However, Andy Williams, so close from being the first reggae boy to go to a FIFA World Cup and a FIFA Club World Cup. So close. 45 minutes away. Andy Williams, 45 minutes away from being the first reggae boy to advance to the FIFA Club World Cup and also play at the FIFA World Cup. So close. So close. But this time around in 2023, 12 years onwards, we have 3 reggae boys in the running to win the Concacaf Champions League. Javane Brown of the Vancouver Whitecaps, Damien Lowe, and Andre Blake. These men are in the strong running to advance to the CONCACAF, the FIFA Club World Cup, and winning the CONCACAF Champions League. Quite an opportunity, because the winner of the final will play in the 2023 FIFA Club World Cup. And this is the last edition of the FIFA Club World Cup, where we'll have only 7 teams. So you'll have one team that wins from CONCACAF. And the team from CONCACAF will know quite shortly where they will go. But most likely the CONCACAF team will either be in the second round or the semifinals, most likely. And in 2025, the tournament will expand to 32 teams. That's right, 32 teams. And this might be a headache, bearing in mind it might clash with the CONCACAF Gold Cup in 2025. But we'll see. But it's more spots for CONCACAF. You know why? Because it will include the winner of the 2021 CONCACAF Champions League, the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League, the 2023 CONCACAF Champions League, and the 2024 CONCACAF Champions League. See what I'm saying? And for UEFA, they will have 12 spots. UEFA will have Chelsea, who won the Champions League 21, Real Madrid, who won the Champions League 2022, will win the Champions League this year and next year. Also, the best eligible team in UEFA 4-year ranking. So that is the team that will be represented. And then we'll determine the host country. Yeah. So that is the way how the cookie crumbles. Still a lot to go through. But this is exciting to have 3 Jamaicans still in with the running in the CONCACAF Champions League. Very excited about it. So, now that we know the situation in relation to having Jamaicans involved within the latter stages of the CONCACAF Champions League, let's now go to the UEFA Europa Conference League, as we also have a Jamaican within the quarterfinals of the competition. The same Jamaican was in the semi-finals of the Europa League last season. We'll see if he can guide his team onto a trophy quite soon. Yep. Mikel Antonio and West Ham United will face Ghent of Belgium in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Europa Conference League. In the other quarterfinal ties, you'll have Lech Poznan against Fiorentina, you'll have Anderlecht against AZ Alkmaar, and you also have Basel against Nice out of Ligue 1. If West Ham United defeat Ghent, then they will face Anderlecht or AZ Alkmaar in the semi-finals. They would host the first leg, which means they will face one of Lech Poznan, Fiorentina, Basel, or Nice in the final of the competition. Well, now that we know how that works out, what about the UEFA Europa League? What about the Europa League? How are things going there in the knockout stages of the competition so far? In the quarterfinals, it's Manchester United against Sevilla, Juventus against Sporting Lisbon, Bayer Leverkusen against Union Saint-Gilloise, and Feyenoord against Roma. If Manchester United get the better of Sevilla, then they will face Juventus or Sporting Lisbon in the semi-finals of the competition. So Manchester United will play the first leg away from home in the semi-finals in May. And the final of the Europa League will be on May 31, 2023. That's right. That's where it will be. So Manchester United in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, quarterfinals of the Europa League, quarterfinals of the FA Cup, League Cup winners, and still with a healthy position within the top four. If you offered many Manchester United fans that at the start of the season, they would take that. But certainly another 2 more trophies still up for grabs at this point in time. As it relates to the Champions League now, we do have players of Jamaican heritage that are involved. Yes, we do. And some of them are involved with some big clubs. And one of them plays on the blue half of Manchester. That's right, the blue half of Manchester. And who is that in particular? Well, that's Manchester City. And Manchester City have a very tough game in the Champions League. They play Bayern Munich. So it's Real Madrid against Chelsea, Omari Hutchinson, Malik Mothersill, etc. Benfica against Inter Milan. Manchester City against Bayern Munich. AC Milan against Napoli. So that means that we will have an Italian team, a Serie A team in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Either Milan or Napoli. And they would play the winner of quarterfinal 2, whether it's Benfica or Inter Milan. For regarding Manchester City or Bayern Munich, it could be Man City against Chelsea or Man City against Real Madrid. Still some excitement to come within that competition itself. And then as it relates to the goals so far, Erling Haaland continues to bang away the goals. 10 goals in the Champions League. 10 goals in the Champions League. Whew, that is splendid. As he's experiencing right now, well, he's going to eclipse his record, but the 2020-2021 season was Erling Haaland's best season as a professional footballer, as he had 41 goals in as many games. Right now, he has 39 goals in 36 appearances. Right now in the Premier League, he has 28 goals in 26 appearances. So he's already on course to get to 30 Premier League goals this campaign. 30. You guys know the last time that we had 30? A man that scored 30 goals to be the top scorer of the season. I should say minimum 30 goals. Do you know the last time that we saw this happen? Well, it was a 2017-2018 season where Mohamed Salah scored 32 goals. That's right. The 2017-2018 season, Mohamed Salah scored 32 goals. 32 goals, you know. It's quite a bit. Harry Kane got close to 29 one year. Sergio Aguero got 26 in 2016. And before that, we have to go back to another Liverpool player, Luis Suarez, who got 31 in the 2014 season. 2013-14 season, Luis Suarez. Robin van Persie did score 26 one year. Arsenal, he did get 30. He did. In the 2011-2012 season, Robin van Persie did score 30 that year. So the 3 most recent players to score 30 goals in the league: Robin van Persie, that's 1. Luis Suarez, and Mohamed Salah. Those are the most recent individuals to have done that. What about Didier Drogba? Well, Didier Drogba scored 29 goals in the 2010 season. Anelka scored 19 goals in the 09 season. And in the 08 season, Cristiano Ronaldo scored 31 goals. Yeah, quite a journey it has been. So now, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Let's do that. Merci, mon ami. All right, guys. So here's the thing. I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be back in 1 minute with so much more.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. Now, Johnny Moore says, our talent pool is so deep. Jamaica will be a powerhouse. This decade will be interesting. It will be enthralling. It will be compelling. It will be magnificent. Devin Smith says, good night, Mr. Simon. Just came in from work. What is this topic? So the first topic that I discussed was in relation to Scandinavian clubs wanting in the future to look to the Caribbean for pre-season opportunities, because what you find is if they go to the Far East or Asia, it can be a bit more costly than the Caribbean. So they are looking at opportunities in the Caribbean. I think that Jamaica is a great opportunity to do so because of sports tourism, and they can rent the facilities, which of course is revenue for the clubs. And of course, opportunities to play friendlies, which of course will expose the talent on the island. And you never know, if one or two catches the eyes, it might mean a contract opportunity overseas. That's exactly how Cristiano Ronaldo ended from Sporting Lisbon to end up at Manchester United. And the second topic we're talking about is in relation to Jamaican players that have done quite well in their clubs. So Andre Blake, Damian Lowe of the Philadelphia Union, they've advanced to the quarterfinals of the Concacaf Champions League, and the same as well for Javane Brown of Vancouver Whitecaps in Canada. Shuffle Hay says, I don't think Hutchinson played well. He's from Chelsea. Sometimes it seemed he was sabotaging Whisper. Handy was okay baller. The greatest player born and bred is going to be a female, Bunny. You think so? Who's going to be Jamaica's greatest player ever? Bunny Shaw, I think, is going to be the highest Jamaican footballer. She has broken leading goal scorer at Manchester City. She's now the top scorer at Man City of all time. She's doing a fantastic job. And you can see what the goals have done as well. Third in the league, just a few points off the top. And the trophies are slowly but surely starting to come. The League Cup last year, defeating Chelsea 3-1 in the final. Yeah, it's great to see her get some playing time. And also, she took the field. And on Chelsea's side of things, it was Drew Spence, So great to see her be able to lift a trophy. And hopefully these trophies will continue and they can avoid Real Madrid in the future, because Real Madrid has always been that beating stick, especially when Bunny has been there. So hopefully this can change so that more opportunities can be there to be able to play within the Champions League and have deeper runs, like the semi-final run they had in 2017 and 2018, and to go further than the quarterfinals than they did in 2021. Every player has an off day. Don't worry about Amari. Manchester are not going to end the season in fourth place. Bunny Shaw is going to be playing in the Female Champions League if she continues. She's already played in the Women's Champions League already. She's already played and scored in the Champions League. Next week, Rashawn Tomlinson. I just joined. What have I missed? Hopefully you were able to see what I spoke about a little bit earlier. What will the squad look like? The squad will look amazing. That's what it will look like. What separates a professional from apprentice in the passing, shooting, off the ball movement, scoring ability? Comfort on the ball, precision, efficiency, effectiveness. I think he's good enough to play. You're talking about against Mexico. It's going to be touch and go. Very difficult to tell at this point in time because he needs the time to recover. And I don't want to rush him back. You risk rushing Andre Blake back and he misses the Gold Cup. So if it means that Andre Blake doesn't play against Mexico, but he'll be fine for the Gold Cup, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that. Yeah. Yeah. Shuffle Hayes says in England. Oh, in England, I think he could do a job at a championship club. Absolutely. Money is professional in her attitude. Absolutely. Proud of her. They love her. She's marketing Jamaica right now. Everybody's interviewing her. She's a star. Of course, she's a star. The squad will be out next week. Next week, as mentioned in the live last night, I said it. So I don't know who said it was today, but I never said it was today. As you guys know on this platform, it's accuracy, reliability, and credibility. I did not tell anybody it was today. Not at all. Okay? Cool. So you guys are fully aware of that, right? So with that being said now, let's take a little bit more of the comments. Yeah. Do I think ball transition from defensive midfield to attacking well enough? You're talking about the Jamaican team? I think there's progress. It's not the finished product yet, but it has come quite some distance. And I'm pleased with that, for sure. I am. Also, there are 3 teams right now that have submitted an application to Concacaf to be Concacaf members in the near future. What does this mean? This means that they would be competing in Concacaf tournaments like the Concacaf Nations League and also the Gold Cup. So what I'm going to do is show you exactly these places, and then you guys can respond to it. But I'm going to show you exactly these places on your screen in just a moment. Yeah. I'm going to do that right now. Yeah. All right. You guys ready? Good. All right, guys, look at the screen right now. Okay. So there's 3 countries. Well, not countries. There are 3 member associations that have submitted to Concacaf to become Concacaf members. This allows them to be Concacaf members and to compete in the Concacaf Nations League and also within the Concacaf Gold Cup. What are those places? Well, I'll show you right now. One moment. You know, these islands are so small that you just have to some of these islands are so small, guys, so you just have to take your time. But yeah, I'm sure it's around here. There we are. There we go. Gotcha. So this is St. Bart's, or properly St. Barthélemy, and they are a French overseas territory. Not a department like Martinique and Guadeloupe, so they have some auto dependency. So they're not like Guadeloupe and Martinique and French Guyana that are departments of France, but they are still French citizens, persons that live on this island. They are French citizens. Very expensive to live on this island, but they have submitted a bid to be part of CONCACAF. All right. So St. Bart's is one. I'm going to show you the others right now. The other place that have submitted a bid to be a member of CONCACAF is Greenland. While Greenland is part of Denmark, they can compete in CONCACAF for CONCACAF events if approved by CONCACAF. Capital city is Nuuk. So this is Greenland. Greenland is covered, majority of its country, by ice, 90%. Yep, this is Greenland. As you can see, a vast majority of the person that live on the country live either on the west or the east coast. On the east coast, there's a small population that is building in a town that I'm going to say for you guys right now. I'm going to pronounce it for you guys, and then I'll move to the other place that I'm talking about. One second. I know you're around here somewhere. There you are. So, this is Itokotormi. 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 So this is one of the most developed places within Greenland, and they're also growing. They have a prison, but nobody there. They have supermarkets. They're also developing football fields within Itokotormi as well. The only way to get here, though, you don't have airports, but you do have a landing strip for ships, and you do have helicopters that do land here as well. They eat polar bears, walruses, seals, and they also eat dried char as well. So these are the things that people eat here. So can you imagine, guys, Greenland versus Jamaica, and we make the journey up to Nuuk or Itokotormi. And finally, the other place that I've submitted a bid to be Concacaf members is Saint-Pierre and Miquelon. Saint-Pierre is right here, and Miquelon right here. So they're French territories, and many people might mistake them to be part of Canada, but they're not. And why was this one of the most prosperous places in the world? The French came for the cod. Codfish? Yeah. This was the place to come for codfish. So this is what this place is known for, even to this very day. Filled with wine and baguettes, and they're also growing as well in terms of building football-specific facilities. So, again, I repeat to you guys, visas, visas, visas. We need them. We do. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Is Hutchinson, Dexter Roberts here on the island? I'm not sure. Not sure, Timor. Like your program, you're doing a good job. Thank you very much, Shafel. Hey, I appreciate that. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, and after you hit the like button, subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. Okay, guys? So that is what you should do. Okay? I would really appreciate that greatly. The irony is Greenland has more ice than Iceland. Yes, you know the story, MPEG TV, where Greenland is called Greenland, but it's full of ice, and Iceland actually has greenery. You know, you get it? Yeah. But yeah, Greenland has ice and Iceland has green. Because Iceland is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, you know. You have Reykjavik, you have Arnar Stapi. Where Coach Hallgrimsson is from is called the Westmund Islands. This is where Coach was born. Westmund, yeah, or the Westmund Islands. This is where Coach is from, right here. This is where Coach was born. Yeah. That's where, let me show you. So Coach is from right here. That's where Coach is from. Let's see Football Evolution. Let's go see Bacalhau. What will the squad look like? The squad will be amazing. Apropos, when the squad will be out? The squad will be out next week. That is right. The squad will be out next week. Okay? The squad will be out next week. So you want to stay tuned because the squad will be out next week. Okay, guys? Because the squad will be out next week. So you want to stay tuned for that because the squad will be out next week. And you can be sure about that. Okay? 100% sure. I agree our players have to travel to get to international games under their belt. That will develop them at faster level, gain experience, gain early exposure to a higher degree of football. Well said. We still have a good enough squad to get the 3 points in Mexico. Quality will not be an issue. Hutchinson, Nambikisa, Whisper, Roberts, and King will make the squad. I want to see all of them in the squad. Sheffield Hay says, yes, Fish Simon. Yeah. And you guys know that in terms of Norway is known for their saltfish. You guys know that, right? Saltfish, yeah, they're known for it. So that's something that you guys can be fully aware about. Yeah, saltfish. So that's something for you guys to be aware about. Mexico will be tough. I'm not saying that they're tough because they're by no means a walkover. However, what I will say is that we should not be going to Mexico thinking about this Azteca and about the situation of, oh, we have never won there. There's a first time for everything in life. There's a first time for everything in life. I saw England call the players within their country, says Ekareeks. Why? Yes, Norway is in Europe, Sheffield Hay. I'm really concerned now because I wonder what your geography teacher and social studies teacher was teaching. I'm very concerned about the education in Jamaica, very much. So this is Europe. And Norway is part of Europe. Yes. So let's tell you guys a story. So 1,000 years ago, Russia was a small society, very, very small society. And they were called Slavic Kiev. And what happened was that they had flat grassland. And what happened was the Mongols would come west and beat the Slavic Russians, and the Russians would have to pay tax to the Mongols. But in Russia, there was a prosperous city that was growing called Moscow. They had gunpowder, they had porcelain, they had fur, and they were developing and growing. And they wanted to ensure that the Mongols would never, ever trespass them again. So what they did was they decided to go east. And they found the Ural Mountains. But guess what? They just kept going after they passed the Ural Mountains. Kept going east to make sure that they could be strong. And they just kept going east. And 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 they just kept going. Eventually sold Alaska, Russian Alaska, to the United States. But yeah, that's exactly what happened. This is the coldest place in the world, called Yakutsk. Yeah. This is Siberia. Yeah, good. Who's they? Norway and Portugal. They're in Europe, yeah. I'm not sarcastic, I'm being serious. I am concerned with the level of geography that your teachers were teaching you in school. Norway, Sweden, Finland are all European countries. Yes, they are. I believe you. I believe you. Neighbors on the Russian border. Can you believe that at one point Russia was a North American, an Asian, and a European country? So Ivan the Terrible said, go east. And they were asking, how far east? And he was like, go east until you find west. Why are you laughing? Well, love to see some days of ball playing in Portugal. Did you guys know that with a Jamaican passport, you don't need a visa to go to Russia? Yeah. You do not need a visa to go to Russia. At all. You do not need a visa to go to Russia. You don't. With a Jamaican passport. So, but what you would need is basically there's no straight flights from Russia, so you probably have to transit through either the UK or the States. But this is Moscow, formerly known as Muscovy. The largest country in the world. Almost double the size of Canada. Almost double the size of Canada. It's funny that you have Jamaicans that live here. You have Jamaicans that live right here, Baker Lake. You have lots of Jamaicans that live here. It's incredible, honestly. You have Jamaicans that live right here. I've always been curious about right here. Alamzira Island. Yeah. Yeah. The world is a fascinating place. Norway and Portugal supply saltfish. Indeed. I knew that also. Okay, pivot. The Under-20 World Cup is this summer, right? Yes, that is correct. Rishi Sports versus Simon, thank you. A great, accessible Russian history lesson. I had the like for that alone. How much of a football savvy culture does Jamaica have? Honestly, Richie Sports, I think that in terms of Jamaica, we love sports, but I do think that persons, for example, from a government standpoint, I think we need to start viewing sports as an industry by itself and not just a recreational activity. I think so. I think room for improvement from that standpoint, massively. But to answer your question, how much of a football savvy culture does Jamaica have? We don't have chants at games. We don't sing songs. We don't cry when we lose games. We just hiss with teeth. So I'll leave that to answer that. Brownman Security 3D3, good sound, says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. How many tournaments have we before this World Cup, Simon? How many tournaments we have before the World Cup? Okay, so we have Gold Cup 2023. We have the Nations League. We have Copa America 2024. We have the Nations League again. We have Gold Cup 2025 and then the World Cup. I didn't mention World Cup qualifying as a tournament because it's not a tournament, it's a qualifier. So to answer your question in relation to tournaments 3, why didn't I hear the hype about the under-20 qualifiers? All I know is that Whisper didn't get called. I don't know. Have you always been subscribed to Reggae Boyz commentary? I'm curious to hear. So I told you guys the history about Russia, right? Let me tell you guys a bit of history here. Did you guys know the longest border in the world is not USA and Canada? The longest border in the world is here in Australia. And you might say, what? How does Australia have the longest border in the world? I'll show you. Let me show you. The longest border in the world is right here. Yep. And it's a fence. It's a dingo fence that stretches all the way from here, going all the way down. So it goes from here, it goes across, and it goes down. That's the longest border in the world. It's a dingo fence that separates the dingoes from the kangaroos and the sheep. So that's the longest border in the world. Hopefully I answered that question for you. I answered to you guys why Russia is so big. What could I also answer for you guys as well? Oh, right here. So it was once a thought process. It was once a fact that California was an island. So what happened was they thought that California was an island. And it was drawn on maps up until the 16th century. But eventually they found that it wasn't an island. So why would people think that it was an island? California had a lot of flooding. And you could see some evidence here. Right here with the Salton Sea. Right here. Right here. Yeah. Well, Simon, we need to see more footballers getting the Whisper opportunity. They will be bringing in foreign revenues for us. We need to get coaching education from European teachers who have to figure that out. That will come in time, Sheffield. Hey, give it time and it will come. We also have another under 20 and under 17 cycle in 2 years. That is correct as well, MPEC TV. You are absolutely correct there. 150% correct. Reggae Boyz fans, it's been an hour. I'm grateful for you all for tuning into this video. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. Okay, guys? You guys know already accuracy, reliability, and credibility. That is exactly what you get right here. Let's see who went to geo class. Name the 7 continents. Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Europe. Me name's Simon Preston. Don't test me. Coach Halgrimson stated that Jamaica's strengths are the player's athleticism and skill. To what extent could he bow to cause for certain favoritism players? At the end of the day, it's his decision, so I wouldn't say bow to cause. No. So no, not at all. Marvin123, big up. Hope you're doing well. Massive respect. Thank you very much for showing your support. It is much appreciated. All right. I'll continue to keep you guys updated on everything. As you guys know, accuracy, reliability, and credibility. And in another video, I'll tell you a bit more. But if you guys haven't already, watch the history of Jamaican football, 1910 to present. I did a video, mini documentary, the history of Jamaican football, 1910 to present. You better check it out. All right. So I implore you guys to go and check it out right now. Okay. I implore you guys to do that. Let's see what you guys say. Simon, what's the capital of Yemen? The capital of Yemen is Sana'a. So that is SANA, comma, hyphen A. So that is Sana'a. All right. So hopefully that answers the question. The fence, not a border, Simon. Yeah, border separates regions and municipalities, but it is the longest in the world. No, yeah, Gina, Simon. Some people in the comments may talk. I don't check Google. You do remember I was a captain of my school challenge quiz team, right? You do know I have an IQ of 180, right? You do know I'm the youngest person in the English-speaking Caribbean to be the recipient of a Prime Minister's award, right? You do know that I have been an analyst since the age I was 12 years old, right? You do know that I have been a Concacaf analyst since I was a teenager, right? Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, Shafel, you are correct. That's perhaps the easiest question known to man. The number of continents in the world. That's the easiest question known to man. You guys know that already. We're going to go through every Caribbean country and their capitals. Ready? Jamaica, Kingston. Right? Haiti, Port-au-Prince. Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. Puerto Rico, San Juan. Antigua, St. John's. Trinidad, Port of Spain. Grenada, St. George's. St. Lucia, Castries. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ooh. Kingstown. Cayman Islands, Georgetown. Guyana, Georgetown. Suriname, Paramaribo. That's right. St. Kitts and Nevis, Basseterre. Guadeloupe, Basseterre. Martinique, Fort-de-France. Do you remember school challenge quiz or remember set play? Because I did compete in school challenge quiz and also in set play, which was a football-based quiz show. Okay, go ahead and ask. Okay. Yeah. And so let's go Africa. What do you mean Africa? I'm waiting on your questions, guys. Real ball, which state in the US has the longest coastline, sir? That would be Alaska. That would be Alaska. Travis Pessoa, big up. Hope you're doing well. Chauvel Hay says, I know Father Simon. Good man. Condolences. He would be proud. You knew my dad? Really? You knew my dad? Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I was 16 when he passed. Yeah. I didn't answer your question without Google. I'm not wrong about Yemen. The capital of Yemen is Sana'a. The easiest capital in the world, Casablanca. You guys know me better than that. You guys know me much, much better than that. Casablanca, that's the easiest. And also Rabat. Rabat is the official capital, while Casablanca is just in relation to the city. The day when Jamaica, big head stop. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's what you think, but it's Alaska. Which part? Which part? Which part? Asana. Good son. Why did Australia get continent status and technically it's a country? We'll have to go back to continental drift for that and Pangea. The capital of Australia is actually Canberra. A lot of people think that the capital of Australia is Sydney, but it's actually Canberra. That's the capital of Australia. It's Canberra. And a lot of people think that when they think about New Zealand, that the capital is Auckland, but it's actually Wellington. The capital of Canada is Ottawa. Capital of Bahamas is Nassau. Nassau, regardless of how you want to pronounce it. Yeah. Really? You do? You're based in the United States now? You're based in Canada now? Where are you based? Let me know. Love to hear stories about my dad, especially champs coming up. Capital is not Sydney, it's Canberra. Yeah, coastline. Coastline, me attack, my G. Santiago. Fui a Chile en 2016. Fui a Viña y Santiago. Saw Atlas overcome a 4-1 deficit of a fine Honduran team. Where would you place Honduras in terms of challenging for Gold Cup and World Cup qualification? Gold Cup, they'll get to the Gold Cup. World Cup, perhaps they can get to the Intercontinental playoffs. Washington, D.C. Can't wait for Jamaica to make the World Cup. Imagine the Reggae Boyz playing in Miami. Woohoo! That would be awesome. The capital of Greece is Athens. The capital of Greece is Athens. Golden City. Canberra is correct, yeah. Can't wait for Jamaica to make the World Cup, yeah. So we're going to South America, right? Uruguay, Montevideo. Paraguay, Asunción. Right? Argentina, Buenos Aires. Brazil, Brasilia. Venezuela, Caracas. Colombia, Bogota. Ecuador, Quito. You see what I'm saying? Bolivia, La Paz and Sucre. Listen, Dubai is not a country, okay? Dubai is not a country. Dubai is an emirate. The capital of the United Arab Emirates is Abu Dhabi. Dubai is an emirate. Right? We don't get old before they make the World Cup. No, the capital of Chile is Santiago. Quito is Ecuador. Capital of Chile is Santiago. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. The capital of Chile is Santiago. Capital of Sweden is Stockholm. Richie Sports says, Simon, I'm excited but concerned at Jamaica developing a winning culture. How vital will it be to trust the process? Extremely vital. You know, just like you going to the gym. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you are constantly in your routine, you'll see the weight loss. Or if you stop eating the bread, the rice, you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference. So you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Capital of Florida is Tallahassee. Yep, that is the capital of Florida. Capital of Oman, Muscat. And that is where the Hockey Fives World Cup will be. Moscow. I mean, I'm Simon Preston, you know, so that's what I'll say there. But yeah, Muscat is the capital of Oman. Okay? Very straightforward for you guys. I can play a quiz right now for you guys and name out all the countries in the world. I'll do it for you right now. I'm going to name out all the countries in the world in a quiz for you. I don't mind doing it for you guys. I'm ready to do it for you guys. Are you guys ready? Because I'll do it. Will there be any upgrades to the state of Jamaican pitches anytime soon? Nigeria have over 100 million. $100 million. Can you explain or describe the effects that social media platforms have on Jamaican football? I'll answer that question, but first, I'm going to answer this. So you see, I'm going to show you that I can enter every single country in the world in less than 15 minutes. Ready? Here we go. Bahamas. All right, so the question that you asked in relation to social media, right? So let me be frank with you guys. I do believe, personally, that the information that you put out has to be reliable and credible. Does it have an impact on performances of the team? It can. But listen, I'm not going to tell a man how he should do his business. I'm Simon Preston, and I'm going to do what I believe is best for Jamaican football, and I will continue to do that. And I will continue to do that always. And that is something that I'll not stop doing. I'm ready to help my country, and I'm ready to be somebody that can be of good use. I'm ready. I love my country. This is the country I was born in, and I'm ready to make a huge, huge impact. Right? I've named 34 countries in a minute and a half. You want me to continue, right? Right. There we go. St. Lucia, St. Kitts, St. Vincent, Dominica, assuming. So all the countries in the Caribbean basically have been named. 41 countries, and basically have South America down pat, and North America is also down pat as well. See? And that was less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes, and I've done 40 countries. All right. Sí, muito obrigado. Speak some French, Portuguese, stronger Spanish, but you don't follow me. God bless you, Simon. We have to inspire change for the youth. Yes, we have to. What about Ronaldo Cephas? Do I think, would I call him up for the Mexico game? He doesn't quite make my 23, but for me, I think he should be involved moving forward for sure. Absolutely. Simon, which other prodigy we have that you think could make it in us young as Whisper? Jude Geddes Morrison and also Noah Geddes Morrison. More on them in the future. Can you name all the countries in Africa? With pleasure. All right, let's do Africa now and see what I go on. I have 12 and a half minutes. Soft. Zimbabwe, Zambia, Botswana, Lesotho, Swaziland, Mozambique, Madagascar, you have Uganda, you have Malawi, you have Tanzania, you have Ethiopia, you have Eritrea, you have Somalia, you have Djibouti, you have Morocco, you have Mauritania, you have Tunisia, you have Libya, you have Egypt, you have Niger, you have Chad, you have Nigeria, you have Algeria. You see me? We mentioned Tunisia already. But you also have Guinea, you have Guinea-Bissau, you also have Equatorial Guinea, Seychelles, you have Cape Verde. You see me? You have Comoros. You have Congo. Right? You have Ghana. You have Mauritius. You have Cameroon. You have Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, you have Sudan, South Sudan, you have Central African Republic, you have Gabon, you have Kenya, you have Rwanda, you have Burundi, Liberia, you have Sierra Leone, their flag coming like, you have Angola, you have Togo, you have Gambia, you have Gabon. I mentioned them already. All right, cool. No problem. I have a few more here to sort out. Just a few more here. I'll get them quite soon. You have Spain, you have Portugal, you have Greece, you have China. So, how am I doing so far? 96 countries out of 196 with 10 minutes to go. So, as you can see, doing okay. Who's your starting keeper against Mexico seeing that Blake is out? I would say either Kanaya or Jamali White. I would say Kanaya. Anything about Dewberry from Arsenal? Good player. Will the Mexico squad be released next week? Was the capital of Tanzania and Mauritania? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Terry McGee interview where he admitted that schoolboy football hadn't prepared or developed him was seismic to me. How did you... Rich Pro Sports, I've always held the view that schoolboy football should never be a preparation. Schoolboy football should never be a preparation for Europe. You know why? Because it doesn't prepare you for life in Europe. When you're a 17-year-old, remember, Arsenal gave a debut to a 15-year-old, and a 15-year-old is making his debut playing schoolboy football. 101 out of 196 countries so far. Okay, so you have Fiji, you have Vanuatu, you have Solomon Islands, you have Kiribati, you have Tonga, you have Samoa, you have Tuvalu, you have Marshall Islands, Micronesia, Philippines, you have East Timor, you have Singapore, you have Papua New Guinea, you have Indonesia, you have Malaysia, you have India, you have Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, you have Bhutan, you have Nepal, you have Laos, you have Myanmar, you have Thailand, you have Vietnam, Cambodia, you have Taiwan, you have Kazakhstan, you have Uzbekistan, you have Turkmenistan, you also have Tajikistan, you also have Azerbaijan, you have Turkey, you also have Kyrgyzstan, you have Iran, you have Iraq, you have Saudi Arabia, right? You have Yemen, you have Oman, you have Jordan, you have UAE, you have Qatar, you have Bahrain, you have Syria, you have Lebanon, you have Israel, and you have this country right here named Kuwait, right? You have Greece, the name already, you have Cyprus, you have Monaco, you have Andorra, you have Liechtenstein, Italy, Malta, France, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, Finland, Estonia, Hungary, Romania, Ukraine, Poland, Austria, Switzerland, you have Afghanistan, Pakistan, you also have Afghanistan, no, you have Palau, you have Nauru, We have Maldives. I know there's a few in Africa left, about 171 with 5 minutes to go. So yeah. Do I think Boy Clark will be correct? I hope so. I'm not Googling. I'm not Googling anything. How am I cheating? I'm not cheating. Love the geography lesson. Also makes us realize how much football is lingua franca of the world. Humanity and religion. How can Jamaica embrace these? Remember Reval Miller. You're a smart guy, Mr. Preston. See why you are a good scout. Thank you very much. Simon's favorite subject was geofascio. What? We have a colossal task to overcome Mixie who cannot play open game. I think we have to play 4 at the back. 4-4-2. 4-4-2 we say. So 171. Well done. So we have Serbia, we have Slovakia, we have Slovenia, we have Bosnia, Macedonia, Kosovo, right? We have Czech Republic. We don't mention Croatia yet. Romania. I mentioned that. We have Belarus, Andorra. You have Albania. You have Armenia. Moldova. Well, that's what I'm saying. So a few more countries to look. So I have 13 countries. 13 countries. And I've named 183. Have you found a favorite holiday destination? That's a good question. Dubai, number 1. Number 2, well, Manchester, England. Number 3, Castries, St. Lucia. Hopefully that answers the question for you. So as you can see, there's a few more countries to be worked out right here. Fast already. Senegal, not named. So I have 12 countries to get in 3 minutes. This is going to be tough. This is going to be really tough. Ten countries to go in 3 minutes. Do you guys think I could do it? It's going to be tough. Okay. So 9 countries in 3 minutes. Do you guys think I could do it? How many countries have I visited? I've visited 32 countries. I've visited 32 countries in the world. So yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. Lithuania, so I'm down to 8 countries. Can I get 8 countries? Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. I'm trying to figure out what this country is. And I'm not going to cheat, guys. I'm not going to cheat. I'm just going to take my time and work it out. So Georgia. 7 countries in 2.5 minutes. Yeah, it'll be tough. Yeah, it's going to be tough to get these, especially this country. Gambia, Gabon. 7 countries in 2.5 minutes to get. Moldova, Macedonia. Eastern European country. Eastern European country. Burkina Faso, no. Minute to get 7 countries. This is going to be tough, honestly. Seychelles, Comoros, Gambia. All right. Andorra, Armenia. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Thanks, much appreciated. 189 countries so far. Yeah, I got Kenya already. African country with the letter A or B. Burkina Faso, Botswana. Andorra, Armenia. So the countries that you see in yellow are the ones that I haven't gotten. I know it, you know. I know it very much. But 189 countries out of 196 countries in the world. 96%. Right, so I'll take that. I got Cameroon already. So the countries that I missed. I missed Benin. I missed Brunei. I missed Bulgaria. That's 3 other countries I missed. Latvia, Montenegro, and Mali. So those were the 6 that I missed. Mali, Benin, Montenegro, Brunei, Montenegro. Yeah. It is what it is, but it's okay. Guys, let me take a quick bathroom break and be back with you guys. All right? Quick bathroom break and I'll be back with so much more.
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
I figured out why I've been going to the bathroom so often. Because I've been drinking water. That explains things a lot. Let's take a few more questions before we wrap up the live. Enlighten us, to what extent would you desire Jamaica as xenophobic? Will coach tackle... I don't think that will be an issue. That won't be an issue. Any new faces for the Mexico game? You'll be excited by the squad. Real Bada says you're hella smart, bro. Thanks very much. I appreciate it greatly. What's the squad for the Mexico game? You'll see that next week, as I expressed to you in my live last night. The man, brilliant. Thanks very much. 96%. I'll take it. I don't know, but I'll say we will quickly know if the coach is worth it. He will be. Jamaica produced the best in many fields. Simon, our country, have to be proud of our academies. You're an example of the principle that we can learn something every day. What's the biggest lesson you've learned this week post the Trinidad and Tobago games? The biggest lesson is that everything takes time. Great things take time. You cannot express anything that comes quick. It's not worth it. Great things take time. So hopefully that is something that you guys can steer in. Thanks guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. Thank you for your support. Hit the like button and subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. Okay guys, take care.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454.